Your employees can make or break your business. The U.S. Small Business Administration and the United States Postal Service present Delivering Success, featuring 5 successful entrepreneurs who share what they have learned about hiring and developing employees. David Kravitz and Eileen Spatani are co-founders of Fairy Tale Brownies in Chandler, Arizona, and were recognized by the SBA in 2006 as Small Business Persons of the Year from Arizona. Good management is obviously a key to their success.
We spent about a year writing our business plan and kind of getting the idea off the ground, and then in November of '93 got a bank loan and leased space and quit our jobs and started baking full-time. My advice to an entrepreneur starting out would be to hire great people and to fire quickly those that aren't working out. And we learned some tough lessons, and we would spend sometimes a year or longer living with this employee that we knew deep down was not working out. We try and change their personality, and we learned that you can teach skills, but if someone's not working out, we will let them go a lot faster than we did at the beginning.
And definitely surround yourself with great people and learn how to let go. You are a leader for the business. In the beginning, you probably, we did bake the brownies, we did wash the pans, but we can't be doing that if we're, going to build a new building. Trust people, give them their parameters, empower people, let them learn on their own, give them feedback, and learning how to be just being there as their mentor, not over their shoulder, is not our philosophy.
And that took a long time for us to learn. Looking back, we took too long to let go, and now we've realized that our team members are going to grow the more responsibility we give them. So we've gotten a lot better at it, but there were many years there, and we heard the feedback from the team members too that we were stifling them, and they were pretty honest with us. So, but it's a tough lesson.
It's hard, yeah.
It's hard to get people to speak up, but we try and incentivize with something as simple as maybe movie tickets or gift certificates or just little incentives to give suggestions and speak up. And one other item that we forgot to mention was what we called the $100 empowerment principle. And 5 or 6 years ago, we read a book. Author's name is Ken Blanchard, and he wrote The 1 Minute Manager. And one of the principles is to really let the team members make decisions on their own, to give them parameters, but give them the authority to make decisions. So a few years back, we set up this $100 empowerment policy, and it's very simple, and it gives any team member the authority to spend up to $100 of company money to solve a customer problem without having to ask. And it's taken a long time to get them to actually give up the money, and a lot of times we'll have to remind them, is it going to cost you more than $100? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't even be asking me. So 95% of the problems can be solved with $100. Could be reshipping the gift or refunding, and it's worked great, and it's allowed the team members to solve the problems at that first call where you don't have to escalate. A customer calls with a complaint. Most of the time they don't have to talk to a supervisor. They can take care of it with that $100, and it's money well spent for us.
Kathleen Jennings of Blue Sky Spa Works and Gallery in Warwick, Rhode Island, gives us her thoughts on hiring and training employees. This is especially important in a business niche known for high employee turnover.
I would say some of the biggest obstacles in running a small business would be to find the right employees that align themselves with your mission. You trust as your gut instinct in hiring people, and we would normally do 3 interviews, myself first, the second with a team leader, and the third they would have to do a demonstration of their skills if they're a service provider, and of course in our state they need to be licensed in the services that they do. It is very important for all of my employees to know the products and to get behind them and believe in them. They all use them. So all service providers are trained in the product line, and also some signature services that we do. So everyone who is licensed is trained and certified to do particular services as well as retail and sell the products. That is part of the job description. Typically, I think in our business, you do have a lot of people who are very artistically inclined, which means they're more on the right brain side, such as myself. And I think that you can learn to use the left brain and be more analytical, which would be the sales side. And I think with training, proper training, People can learn to be both. They can use right and left brain.
Scottsdale Education Center is an academic tutoring and personal mentorship company where employee interactions with clients is crucial. Holly DiTallo, a teacher and co-owner of the center, describes the process she uses to make sure there is a good match.
Usually before we will hire somebody even to try as a contractor, we will have known their teaching experience, the success of it, or we will know them personally well enough to know how they would interact with the students. As far as the trial period for the tutors, when they come on board, we say, let's try this for a couple of weeks and see how it goes. And that way we're able to see some of them are great mentors, but it takes them too long to do a math problem. And they got 4 kids in the office. So every business is different, but for us, a 2-week trial is just long enough to be able to say either you're a great mentor, go back to the books and come back when you can, have more information to give the kids at the right time, or we can say, I don't think you're really enjoying the experience, so thank you for being here.
And now, an added word from Greg Bruckelman, owner of integrated marketing and advertising firm BKG and SBA's 2006 South Dakota Small Business Person of the Year.
For someone starting out their own business is make sure you surround yourself with the best people possible. There are people out there that can help you probably more than what you believe, and sometimes that advice costs money, but it's worth it.
Finally, we explore the hiring philosophy of SBA's 2005 Small Business Person of the Year from Washington State, Steve Bell, owner and CEO of Pacific Crest Cabinets in Kent. Steve shares with you how to grow and develop your company by hiring the right people with the right attitudes and values.
Hiring people. That is probably the most important decisions that any entrepreneur, any business owner makes, is who he hires. Our toughest time really ever in business, I think, was when we had about 8 employees. Because we were moving from me knowing everything and directing everybody to having to give up and relinquish some of the responsibility to others. So if you don't have the ability to relinquish responsibility and give up and trust people, you'll never be able to grow your business. You have to be able to let go. Make sure there's an alignment of values. We have this target, and on this is different circles, and this is our hiring target. In the bullseye is an alignment of values. The second ring is attitude. The third ring is aptitude. And the final ring is actual experience. If people have the alignment of values, the same core values that we have, if they have a great attitude, a positive, I can do it, if they have the ability to learn, then we can hire them and teach them anything they need to know in the business.
For more information from SBA on hiring and developing employees, click on the provided links. And for business tips, log on to the United States Postal Service at USPS.com/smallbiz.